Brutalians, and welcome back to another edition of Brootal Block Reacts here on YouTube. Today's episode, we will be reacting to another band that was just recently on our radio show. And if you haven't checked out the radio show yet, then check out on any of the major streaming platform services that you may have. Type in Super Cool Radio or type in Brootal Block, and you can find us there. New episodes come out every Tuesday at noon, and we are a 1-hour metal show. We play metal music all across the board. We aren't sub-genre specific, and we don't gatekeep there. We play all heavy music from metal to rock and roll, so you might find something there that you like. That's our goal anyway, and our hope. We play a lot of bands that you probably haven't heard of, in the hopes that you find some that you like enough to add to your own personal playlists. So without further ado, let's get into what this channel is about, and that's reacting to bands. So I typically take a band off of the radio show, and I like to highlight it here and give my thoughts. With the radio show, I'm just sharing music with you guys. The whole point of this YouTube channel is to dive a little bit deeper, give my opinion on why I think said band is awesome. So without further ado, today's band we are going to be getting into is, let me take a look at my notes here, Tragic, with their new single, Unbroken. So that opening riff gives me kind of like a Killswitch Engage meets almost like Motor Grader. And I say Motor Grader because if I say the other band, people might take it the wrong way. But even with that band, their first album was pretty dope. I remember rocking that first album. But this gives me that like early 2000s kind of metal vibe. Killswitch, Motor Grader, that new metalcore kind of blend. I'm digging it. Yeah, it's got that very groovy, bouncy type of verse, very new metal, early 2000s, which I love. I love when bands kind of bring that back. It was an era that I truly love. A lot of people may have a differing opinion about that, but it's definitely a genre and a period of time that I hold dear to my heart. I grew up during that time. So bands that can recreate the old early 2000 bands, the Cold Chambers and the Kill Switches and the Motor Graders and the even the Slipknots of that era. I'm into that type of stuff. And this band has that. It's a very straightforward song, just kind of just beats you right in the face with some guitar riffs and a very straightforward drum pattern, which I really appreciate. Yeah, very Killswitch, man. I'm wondering if these guys are influenced by Killswitch because not only is the opening riff very Killswitch heavy influence, but this chorus, I'm getting a lot of Jesse vibes vocally. I like how it's opened up. It's very open and big. It's a big chorus, and I really dig the singing in the chorus. I've always been a fan of that though. Like you have a very aggressive verse. You come in aggressive with the intro, and then you give something for the ladies to sing along with. Let's put it that way. I've always been a fan of that, and I like that. But yes, I'm hearing a very heavy Killswitch influence. I could be wrong. I don't know if you guys are into Killswitch, but you guys definitely could go on tour with that band and fit in perfectly. Very thoughtful lyrics too. It's a very Killswitch thing as well. which we need more of that. A lot of times, I feel like a lot of the metal bands nowadays they just kind of write whatever, and it's all about the riffs. I like bands that take the time to have some thoughtful lyrics in their tracks, and you definitely have that in this chorus. I feel that. There's many times during the day where I feel like my patience are wearing thin. It's a lot of stuff, especially as men. There's a lot of things that we hold in. We take a beating by the world and society sometimes, and we're not allowed to really express it. So definitely feel that lyric for sure.
Like the day you walked away from me. Never thought I'd be the one to blame. It's like we're dying.
So I do like how they kind of switched up the build up to the chorus. So the first one it was just kind of like a drum kind of counting off into it, building up into it. And then the second time around, the guitar said, "I'm gonna play along with you," and just added a little bit of element there. Definitely like that. The chorus, although the buildup is similar, adding that little guitar in there just adds that little textural flavor that I can appreciate. Drummer's having a lot of fun with those accents, by the way, and I'm totally for that. So the drummer is amazing. So he started out pretty four on the floor, just very in the pocket in the very beginning of the song. And as this song is kind of developed, you can tell he's just kind of really having a lot of fun with the accents and the fills, but it's not overdone, which is something I really love. And I love that he's keeping it interesting while also staying with what's going on with the theme of the music. And also just bravo to the vocals. I really dig these vocals. The singing is well done. It's very catchy, and I wish more bands would do this, especially in the metal world. I do like the catchy hooks. It's something that I think is kind of a lost art within the metal community, but I definitely appreciate it, and I want to see more of that. I like going to shows and knowing the songs and being able to sing along. That's awesome, and I think nothing feels more awesome to a band than when they're playing a show and the fans are singing something that they wrote, they're singing it back to them. I think that's awesome. So definitely keep it up, Tragic. You guys have something here. Like I said, you guys are very, to me, sound very heavily influenced by Killswitch, which is not a bad thing. I'm a huge fan of Killswitch. I think they are amazing writers, and I think you guys are definitely up there with them at the same tier level as the writing level of Killswitch. I think you guys definitely have a sound. You know what your sound is, and you guys execute it very, very well.
Can't let this slip away. There's so much left to learn.
Hell yeah. So that was Tragic with their new track Unbroken. And I got to tell you guys, if I'm being completely honest, this is one of those tracks that I'm more than likely going to put in my workout playlist to help keep that bitch out of me. When I start feeling like, ah man, I just can't go another one. I can't do another set, or I can't do another rep. This is one of those songs that's going to help me scare the bitch out of me and push to failure. Definitely a great track. It is something I wasn't expecting. I didn't know much about this band before going into the song, but I'm definitely glad that you guys are on my radar. I hope the minions enjoy it. We just had them on the Brootal Block not too long ago. Actually have my book here. They were on episode 79. So if you would like to hear that song among other bands that fit kind of with Tragic, go check out episode 79. That's where they're at, and they actually opened the show there. So definitely a fan of this band. Once I heard the track when they dropped the single, I told them, man, I want to put you guys on Brootal Block, and not only that, I want to do a react to this song because I think it is well written and definitely a band that I think will make huge waves. And when they start touring, when they start really getting out there, I think a lot of people are going to really love what you guys are doing. Considering where metal's kind of evolved in the past few years, it's kind of a breath of fresh air to hear bands doing it the way it was in the early 2000s. I don't know, that's just me. I think my generation kind of loves living in the past. We have nostalgia for a lot of things, and I think metalcore, when it first came out, especially frontrunners like Killswitch, those bands that kind of ran with them, like Shadows Fall and All That Remains, and even the early bands that they were in, Overcast and all that stuff. I think there's still an audience for that type of music, type of a subgenre of metal, if you will. Good. Again, I'm not good with subgenres, but that type of music, that type of writing style, with the very groovy riffs, groovy drum patterns, with a very aggressive verse sections, and then a very catchy, hooky sing-along chorus. I think there is still a market for that. I know for me, I like that type of stuff. And those are the type of the shows that I definitely want to take my kids to when they get a little bit older, to start going to shows. I like to sing in the car with them, and I want to be able to take them to a show and sing along with them and have a good time. That's what I'm looking for in metal bands now as a dad. The brutal stuff I definitely still love, but I can't take my kids to a Dillinger show. It's just not going to happen. The crowds are too crazy. But Tragic, this is the type of band that I could take my kids to. I could feel comfortable taking them. They could have a good time. They could sing along, they could jam. And that's really kind of what I look for as a dad when it comes to going to shows as a family man. These type of bands are what I'm looking for. These are the type of bands that I would have fun with. And I like playing this type of stuff in the car. And if it has a positive message to go along with it, that's even better. So yeah, this is my generation's like 80s like party rock music. Though that music was upbeat and happy, and you wanted to party that shit. This type of stuff, as a family man, this is the type of stuff I like to play in my vehicle while I'm driving with the kids. This is the type of stuff that I like to get them hype, to take them to shows, and so they can have fun like we do. And I'm definitely glad that there's still bands that are doing that. So Tragic, keep it up, man. I'm definitely looking forward to more coming from you guys. I know this is a new single, so I'm hoping that there's more coming out. And guys, when you get a chance to make a music video and send it my way, I'd love to see what kind of creative side y'all have when it comes to the visual stuff. Because musically, I think you guys got it. And like I said, just keep it up, man. I don't really have any critiques or anything negative to say about you guys. You guys, y'all have a sound. and I think you guys are comfortable with that sound, and I dig it. And I hope anybody watching right now digs it as well. And yeah, go give Tragic some love. Go check out Unbroken on streaming services. I listen to it on Spotify, but if you have a different type of streaming service, go check it out. Give them some plays and help them bust into the algorithm. Go give them some love on their social medias and tell them DJ JC sent you to them, rather. But yeah, if you'd like to check out the Brootal Block, don't forget we have new episodes every Tuesday at noon on Super Cool Radio on all major streaming platforms. So you can check out the audio radio show there and check out some new bands. And hopefully you find something that interests you. Like I said, we play everything from radio rock all the way to the brutal, you can't read their band logo metal. So we don't discriminate, we don't gatekeep. We are open to it all, and I'm a fan of it all. I'm just a fan of anybody who is willing to create something out of nothing and make it out of pure love for the art and do what they want to make what they want to make. I'm a fan of that. So I want to share that with the world and share that with as many people as I can. So join the community. You can find us on Facebook as well, Brootal Block, hosted by DJ JC. Join our community, and if you are a minion, you're more than welcome to come and share bands that you think should be on the show. And if you're in a band, it's a great way to get a hold of me. You can also email me at brutalblock@gmail.com if you're in a band. And you can send me some tracks, whether you have a new single coming out or you have some information that you'd like to share, tour dates, all that fun stuff. You can send it our way, and we will get that on the show for you. As always, thank you for tuning in. I have a lot more videos down in the pipeline that are going to be coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. If you like what we're doing here, then please sub, like, comment. Let us know what bands you want us to react to. Like I said, I have a few in the pipeline as we speak, but I'm always open to more, and I'm always looking for new bands to add to my own personal playlist. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care.